It's found just enough to keep DeAngelis at arm's length, and the BMW driver rounds the final bend. McQuarrie and Walker win in the Pro-Am class here at Sonoma.
This team was the runner-up in the 2023 season by 1 point.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like you said, we lost the championship last year by 1 point, so we're on a mission. This guy had an amazing start. You know, I just laid down laps, and it's crazy. This is my home track. This is where I grew up. First time racing a car 25 years ago. I remember sitting on the hill up there and being like, you got to make this work, be a driver, and it's always good to win here.
Fantastic way to start the year, right? Last year, we knew we were so close. We knew we had the package. We picked right up where we left off. We are ready for this season. Hello to all my family that's watching. I love you all. Thank you so much.
It is a very special day, and you have to play role of race car driver and father. What's going on?
Well, we managed to go from P11 to P3 in the first stint in Pro-Am. Tyler McQuarrie is out there killing her right now. We had a little bit of a hold to dig out in qualifying, but we're on our way, and we are feeling so good here in this BimmerWorld pit today. It's been a fantastic first half of the race for us.
Yeah, and what else is happening? There's another part to this.
My 18-year-old daughter's graduating in about an hour. I can't even get choked up. Shelby, I love you. I'm so sorry I'm missing your graduation day, but what a day. We're going to win for you, darling. We love you. We love you at home. Thank you. Thanks for letting Daddy do this.
The first of the two BMWs, the red one, that's Tyler McQuarrie. Leading in Pro-Am, he and James Walker Jr. on the verge of something very, very special. At the last interval, Strimpling's deficit to Clay was less than 0.7 of a second. We'll follow that in a moment, but for now, let's celebrate a class victory for BimmerWorld, another class victory for Random Vandals. Tyler McQuarrie and Chris Wilson cross the line, securing class wins.
You know I'm going to come right to you after that last interview, but on such a special day, you called your shot.
I sort of had to. I had no choice. I wasn't allowed to come home tonight if we didn't run this race for my daughter on her graduation day. So I am just so thankful that I'm surrounded by friends, family, and teammates that allow me to do this. They understand it gets in the way sometimes of other things in life. But can I pivot to Tyler McQuarrie for a second, who just freaking drove the wheels off this race car during his stints and just knew what he had to do, rocked it, just freaking rocked it. I'm thrilled to be a part of this entire effort. These guys back here, I mean, this was just I'm done talking.
And I think Stripling may have made the pass. I do not see James Clay. Oh no, Clay is in the barriers. And I think we've got to look at what happened. Could it be contact on the final lap? It was a hip check, but this is a look at the contact one more time. Almost a save, it was so close. But Clay couldn't hang on, and that will cost them dearly. He still has not crossed the line, Cal.
And pivot in one race, Virginia International Raceway. For this number 36 BimmerWorld team, it is a home victory for James Clay and Charlie Postins in the AM category. Job well done there.
Charlie Postins and James Clay, guys, this win today starts back at qualifying, and your team was giving you so many compliments on that 6th overall to start on the grid. Where did that performance come from?
Well, it's a home track, and so it was raining, mixed conditions, and of course, I know this track just a little bit, and obviously it paid off here. And by the way, this is Charlie, named after my co-driver Charlie.
How cute is that?
Yeah, home team.
Did you like that win?
Charlie loved it, and he loved it because he feeds the Honest Kitchen. Human grade pet food. The best, find it at Petco. Sorry.
Two silver class entries here. Gonzalez sends it around the outside. JCD trying to hang on. He gives up that lead. It looks like Colin Gart around the outside. Action in the middle of the pack. This
James Walker Jr.
That's the BimmerWorld.
You're right. Heartbreak for James.
Second in points right now.
Yep. Here it's side by side with the Aston Martin. This is not great news for McQuarrie, who loses so much ground. And Mateus laced again, once more into the breach, but again he's thrown back.
Oh, and he's in the dirt. He
Contact.
turns him.
82
McQuarrie
around.
Can't quite keep it together. No, he goes around. He gave it everything there to try and save the car. That is huge. They are in the championship picture. He has been turned.
In this class, Charlie Postins and James Clay, they did pick up that win. And at VIR this year, and this will add right to it. It's all the reaction as you guys got out of the car. These have been hard to come by this season. Does that make them sweeter?
This is very sweet. I don't know why, but it feels like for the first time in a long time we've actually gone out and won one.
It's nice to win one, as Charlie said, and it feels like it's been a while, because it has been a while. We came into this weekend saying we wanted to win two. Of course, we do that every weekend. But this weekend feels like we've got a car under us to do so. So we'll see how tomorrow goes. And then, of course, the next race, I mean, championship's not over yet.
Just under pressure from Tyler McQuarrie. Whoa, big move from Anderson, and he does collide. Multiple cars involved in this, including several points. Championship contenders, heavy impacts further back. Now we wait further back. We wait for Kanishak to come through. Where is Kanishak? Here comes James Clay. Kanishak slowed on the final lap, and James Clay, Charlie Postins take the win. Rob Holland has come through in second.
We've seen the heartbreak out of this team for things outside of your control as well this season, and that was a lot. Walk us through what's happening there at the end.
That was a lot. I knew there was a championship on the line, and I knew Chris was coming. He had the pace to get around me, so that's awesome. I wanted to see that BMW up there. Of course, I wasn't just going to give it to him, so I raced him out, but unfortunately got into him, but made sure he could get back by to go for that championship. He ran out of fuel, and we inherited the race. He drove a hell of a race, and Chris Wilson, good job, and Rotec, congrats on the championship.
And Charlie, I know that there was some discussion coming for that championship, but a win matters so much to you guys based on the success to finish it up here in Indy on a high. How much did this team need this?
This is the launch pad for whatever we do next year. But I will say, though, that my heart goes out to the random guys. That was hard luck. We ourselves have had a bunch of hard luck, so it's nice to be on the receiving end for some good luck. Heart bleeds for those guys. Great team, but BMW at the top, and it's nice to get to kiss the bricks.
Congratulations to Charlie Postins and James Clay. They absolutely will kiss those bricks. I'm going to walk.
All right, we're back at the ranch. 2024 has ended. Final race at Indy. We got a win. We had a season. We got third in a championship. It's not what we're used to. Charlie Postins in the 36 Optima Batteries car, we're looking for our third championship in a row, and so anything short of that is frustrating. And I suppose that's a good position to be in. James Walker and Tyler McQuarrie in the 82 Red Line car missed out by a point or two, can't remember. Last year on the championship, they wanted that championship. So to not get it, frustrating, but it's racing, and it's called racing. It's not called winning. We do this, and it's very challenging. And if it wasn't for some races and some seasons like this, we wouldn't appreciate the highs of racing, which have been tremendous for us in the past. So not this year. This year was, it's kind of one to get over. I think it's, we didn't achieve the lofty goals that we had set for ourselves as a team, as a group of drivers. On to the next one. Through the process, and one of the most critical things to me is we had a good time doing it. And we had support of an amazing team. The BimmerWorld guys kept these cars running. They were always at the front, very capable, and unfortunately situations out of our control kind of were the storyline of the season. Our sponsors, tremendously good, and so many areas through the season that highlighted the strength of those sponsors, the technical partnerships we've developed, the Optima Batteries car, Optima Batteries in both cars, and there's a benefit to that. As always, the benefit with an Optima battery is knowing that the battery is never your problem. The electrical power source, the heart of the car, is always going to work every single time, and 100% with zero exceptions. We had zero issues with the power systems of our car, thanks to Optima Batteries. Redline oil, we use Redline throughout the car. So that's engine oil, that's brake fluid, that's transmission fluid, that's diff fluid, intercooler fluid. Every single lubricant and fluid in the car is a Redline product. And we run in extreme conditions, extreme temperatures. Cars get hot, but everything was flawless. So, we had a motor problem at Indy, and the first one I've seen on these cars. We don't even carry a spare motor, thanks to BMW for making such an amazing car. We don't even have spares because that's kind of unheard of when we do our preventative maintenance intervals. But I saw a splash of coolant on the windshield in our first practice session at Indy, and I thought, well, that may not be good. And then we chased that little bit of coolant, and apparently that's where the head gasket failed. We've had a couple of incidents previously in the year. Saw some higher temperatures as we kind of limped the car into the pits with no coolers on the front, no fluids in the car. So, I guess that's racing, but amazing protection from Redline Oil to the best of their ability. And we'll go through that motor, and we're going to find that head gasket, but we're also going to see the hard life that a racing engine leads and how amazing the protection is of Redline, because we've gone through these before. We're going to do this one publicly and on video because it really is impressive, the level of protection. PFC brakes, the last race of the season at Indy, put PFC front of mind as I'm driving into the braking zones, as I'm covering distance faster than other competitors. In that braking zone, it's about being able to brake late, but it's also about how fast you can cover the distance in that braking zone, get to an appropriate apex speed, not make the tires grumpy, and have the grip you need out of the tires that aren't overheated as you go through that turn and the next couple of turns. And PFC has done just such an amazing job with formulations for modern ABS systems to keep the tires under the car, amazing release characteristics. It's what makes the brake pads work with the tire and gives us strength in braking over the duration of a race. So PFC just crushed it there. Lifeline, we didn't get another rain race. We didn't get a rain race this season, last season, the season before. So we're out there in rain practice a couple times, and the factory equipped BMW with the Lifeline rain light. You can see those things like a beacon. So that was nice. We carry the Lifeline fire systems. We had to test one, I suppose, in the paddock. That was an accidental discharge. But hey, if that's the only time we discharge our fire system, I'm a happy guy. And really, it's a matter of carrying it around for when you do need it and making sure it performs. And we didn't need it, so good for us. Again, good for BMW. What an amazing car. So Charlie Postins and I, situation after situation, it's like every race weekend was a good race, a bad race, a bad race, a good race. Whatever it was always one that was pretty good, a podium, a win, whatever, and then one that just, for whatever reason, another competitor, whatever situation, we're sitting there watching everybody else race. James Walker, Tyler McQuarrie, they didn't get the results they wanted. Podiums, yes. Championship win, no. But amazing group of people, amazing team to work with, and as frustrating as it was in 2024, I think we've put the period on the end of the season. Hopefully that's the end of the bad luck, and I look forward to doing this next year with our team, amazing group of people, and more success in 2025.
Ready to go?
should be an awesome race weekend.
We are ready to kill it this year.
It's good.
It's going to be a wild ride.